Oh, damn it. Hey, guys. Give me a minute. Hey, Tala. Oh, Six Up is live too? Good. Let's go see. They're getting ready to attack hard. You got Cher and Six Up. They're planning something here. Uh-oh. Who can take Crystal down? You got my lighter, Earl? I'm going to kill my husband. Hold on. Oh, I just woke up. I laid down and took a nap. And I literally just got up to see this deal shit. We got Voices and Six Up. So let's go see what's going on. Let me go to Six Up. Oh, okay. Well, she can continue talking about Ziggy. Let me know if I need to go over there. They're all liars. But what I want to do, since Cher's going to talk about me, is I want to go. Let's go way, 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 way back to the beginning. Okay? Oh. We're a year ago. Let's go watch Cher's very first interactions with the Wills. Anybody remember how that all went? How Cher was in there getting in their ears, causing problems for the Wills, fighting with Candace, sending fucking pictures to Dawn, trying to take over for Candace. Anybody remember that? Anybody at all? Let's go listen to it. Remember how Cher pretended to be religious? She went from psychic to religious. She gave the psychics up for Dawn, and they started praying on panel. Y'all remember that? She was psychic through Watts and all the other cases she did. She supported the psychics. Then all of a sudden, she's up here. You're right, Dawn. Let's say a prayer with her and her beast boy. Yeah, that was the thing. But let's go back. You want more, Cher? You got it. You got it. I've been waiting since Quentin. Let's do it. Can I grab a link? Are you going to unblock me? Like, since you're doing a live about me, are you going to unblock me? Can you put a link out there for me? I'll tell you what. How about if I send you one? You ballsy enough to come up on my panel? Because we can talk about the fuck shit you played from Canada in this case. Oh, we definitely can. I've left you alone when it comes to Summer, but I don't need to. I promise. The attacks on their church. Why? Because you're psychic? You don't believe in God or something? You have caused nothing but fucking mayhem. In Summer's case, you're the beginning of it. Now the Wells won't give you the time of day, in my opinion. So you got to move on. Round tables. Oh, she did round tables. Oh, yeah. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. I think I passed the beginning. What's the first live we can find on Summer? Tell the truth, where is Summer Moon? Let's go back and give Cher a listen. Oh, look who's on her panel. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, okay. Where's the sound? Hold on. So this was July 15th, 2021.
Okay, we are live now. Hey, Seth. Hey, Checking Convictions. Is that Keisha? Monica. I've learned a lot. Elizabeth. Hey, Vanessa. We got Tammy Barnes. We got Nellie. Got Monica. Catalin. Betsy Boop. Yep.
Catalin Sabo, not Zabo.
Catalin what?
Sabo,
Sabo?
not Zabo.
Zabo. No, I like Zabo. Shan, my love.
Okay.
Hey, Shan.
On
Hello, everybody.
Monday, Mr. Cher's doing. Wait, it's Monday, right?
Yeah.
The live stream?
Yeah.
He's doing the fundraiser live stream.
Oh, for the beard?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
We'll shave the beard off if we get $1,000 or more in donations for the Church Hill Search and Rescue.
Did they get it? Did they get that $1,000? I'll tell you what. Hold on. Hold on. See how she starts out with a let's collect money. That's the first live I could find of Summer Wells on her channel. Beast Boy's gonna shave his beard off for money, which they did on his channel. Hold on. But let's call Churchill Rescue Squad. See if anybody will answer. They're usually open all the time because they're a rescue place. Let's find out if Cher sent them $1,000. Or did she collect the money for herself? If they don't answer, we'll call in the morning. Fuck. Nobody's going to answer. We'll call them in the morning. We're going to find out if Cher gave them the $1,000 that he shaved his beard off for. Okay? Now, mind you, this was July. Months and months before the marathon. So we're going to ask prior to the marathon, prior to any reward fund being put out, did Cher send them $1,000 for Mr. Beastman shaving his beard off? Okay, let's continue.
He is scared. You can.
That would be
with Matthias.
really cool.
Okay, let's see here. See if I can show Messiah. Checking
I
connection.
see my mom in chat. Hi, mommy.
Hello, mommy. Well, Nellie's mommy. Hey, Dalen.
Yeah.
We'll give it a little bit, let people get in here. I know there's
conviction.
a bunch of lives going on, but.
Oh. Oh, there he is.
Hey, good boy. Yeah.
Aw. He's like, I'm resting, Mom. Leave me alone.
He's always resting. Sleeps more than anyone. Meow, meow, meow. I'm telling you, you have to come in YouTube and earn your keep. You have to work too. I know.
Oh,
Hello, handsome.
look at those ears.
Hey, Stacy.
I think he's part, what's it called? Siamese.
Yeah, because my
He's
Siamese
got some
cat
ears,
are
doesn't
like that.
Big ears.
Yeah.
He's so handsome.
He's
Although the
trying to
camera
sleep.
picks on him.
I don't let him.
Yeah, constantly. I won't be
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just so sweet.
I think this is bad now. I mean, you gotta give it up.
Is that your side chair?
Yeah.
Looks like he's kicked you to the curb, Mama.
It's so funny when if I go cuddle on Mr. Shares, all of a sudden he'll try and squeeze right in between us.
That's what Bentley does to me and Josh, and Marcus gets so pissed. He cannot stand it.
Walk it down on his back. Like that.
Yeah. So because he really likes belly rubs.
Most cats don't like that. That's kind of cool. You sure he's not a dog?
That's what I say.
Funny.
Right.
I'm trying to watch. Cover up with a pillow. Well, I had to
20 times in the leg.
Ouch. That is crazy. No cattling. We can't get another because we gotta save up to get a dog one day.
That's a lot.
Yeah. He is fine. He likes to cling to us. He's bonded with us.
He definitely looks like he has.
I was nervous at first because he was not like he was just acting like he didn't want to leave the room.
We're still on the fucking cat. This is supposed to be a live about summer. I skipped about 5 minutes and they're still talking about the motherfucking cat.
But I do think that if anything did happen to her, she was targeted and maybe kidnapped. I'm trying not to sound stupid, guys, because I'm reading my notes. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't sound stupid. We looked up the area and found 10 sex offenders within 4 miles of their house.
See, that's what I found too when I was researching today.
Mhm.
I didn't have their exact location, but I saw like 10 to 15 just in that area alone.
That's just
that we know
registered.
of. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my theory so far. I don't know about the other. I'm not going to say anything about the minor that was with them because I don't know enough yet. I don't have a theory yet. I have my own thoughts that I have there, but I'm not ready to share those yet. Publicly with you guys, you know, it's different, but publicly I'm not ready to say anything there yet.
Yeah.
I do think that Dad has been on social media a lot, and he's been targeting a lot of people on social media, but social media is how you get your information out there. How else do you expect to look for her
Well, that's
if
the
we
thing.
don't get the info out there?
He was on Jay's for Justice. At this point, Cher's friend. There wasn't a lot of social media. This was July 15th, 2021. Cher is the one that reached out to him and started on, in my opinion, social media, social media, social media. Come on my panel every night. Bullshit. On July 15th, 2021. But okay.
He's
We're the
bashing
ones-
how social media has twisted all this stuff, but that's what he's doing. He's nonstop doing social media interviews. He's posting every half hour on Facebook. So I don't know. That's kind of where my problem went. I tried kind of being like, I don't know, I guess not really wanting to fault the parents like right away. At first I did because I was angry, but then Mr. Share was like, well, like how helpful is that? And then I started looking and I was like, well, I can't like rule out that, you know, okay, I listened to a psychic and she said something that kind of made me go,
Uh-oh, we lost her.
Oh no, we lost her.
okay,
There she is.
okay.
Less than 12 minutes in, she listened to a psychic. And she was kind of like,
So I was listening to the psychic, and while I didn't like believe or really care for everything she was saying, there was a couple things that kind of made sense. And she was saying that she saw Summer. So mom was upset with Summer and spanking her butt. And after the first paddle to her butt, she got away and ran out the basement door and started running through the woods. And her mom chased her in the car. One of the dogs, which was like her favorite dog, apparently, was running with her. And Candace had gotten the dog back to the car, according to the psychic. And Summer had kept running. And I was like, well, dang, if she did go running through the woods to try and get away from a beating, she easily could have ran right into the arms of one of these child sex offenders.
Exactly.
It's like every neighbor they have, and actually they're
y'all. A psychic told her Candace beat Summer, and Summer ran away from her, and she ran through the woods right into the arms of an SA predator. Cher's first narrative that we're seeing here on July 15th, 2021. Ran by a psychic. But okay.
closest neighbor is a registered sex offender.
And see, also what I found today is, you know, the Sheriff Lawson has said no one has been ruled out yet either.
Yeah.
So they're still, they already have just in his department.
Granny gave her candy and she was gone only 2 minutes. Yeah, how do you feel about Don bringing up the whole, when I was in school, my friend got a gun for his birthday and shot his dad by accident or something like that.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
oh,
weird.
yeah, and we see pictures of the boys having guns right behind Summer.
Yeah, she probably knew how to use one.
Hey, Dr. Phil.
Yeah,
Hey, Dr. Phil, in July of 2020, of 2015, 25, whatever, fuck, 21. Hey, Dr. Phil, months before. Hey, Dr. Phil, who helped Tim set that up? Share. No fucking way. Did you help Jenna come up with the story that she found Summer? You gotta be shitting me. You fucking Skeletor looking bitch. Try me.
Vanessa.
Did we lose Nellie?
Oh. Nellie.
Me? Oh, son of a bitch. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
I'm over here just yabbling on thinking y'all hear me and nobody hears the damn thing else. Okay, I feel dumb.
Yes, Vanessa, they said Dawn was at work, but what's weird is Candace called Dawn before calling 911.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, she
And I
did
think
call
that's
him first.
weird.
But I was also thinking about it in a situation that happened with me. I'm just going to tell you what happened with me one time when Brandon was 3 years old when we first moved into our house.
If y'all couldn't find your kid, what would you do? First of all, being a mom, I've been in situations, actually not even my kid, a friend of mine's child. We were in a Goodwill, okay, shopping one day. This lady's child, a friend of mine, her name's Andy, took her daughter, Alexis, to the store. We went through the Goodwill and she hid under a clothing rack and we couldn't find her for more than 45 fucking minutes. It was the scariest day of my life. But you know what we did? The store managers, Andy and I, the people that worked at the store, everybody went searching for the little girl. Nobody called the fucking police right away. You went and searched for the child. Okay? During the time of searching, my friend Andy called her then husband, because he's passed away too, and said, I can't find Lexi. I don't know what to do. During the 30 minutes, 45 minutes that we were searching for her. Okay, no police were called. She called the father of the child. There is nothing fucking strange about that. We found the kid. Usually that's the case. You will take time to go search for your kid before you call the police, because if you call the police and it's frivolous and the kid's right there, you're going to look like a fucking idiot. So there needs to be time to search in between calling the police. I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I don't know why people are like, oh, the very second she didn't notice Summer, she didn't call the police. Well, you have to look for the child first. The police are going to say to you, did you search? Y'all need to stop it. Nobody knows how they would act if they couldn't find their child. Nobody expects their child to just disappear, be kidnapped, hurt, harmed, out of thin fucking air. Okay? It's not a normal thing, and nobody knows how somebody would act in that moment. And it pisses me off that so many people sit here and say, oh, she called the dad first. I probably would have done the same thing. Or, oh, I can't find Bailey. He ran out in the yard and now I don't see him. He might have went to his friend Dayton's house. Let me call Dayton's. You take that time to look for your child. Y'all are sick. And you will attack anything. Dawn never should have spoke to you. The fact that he did after you trashed him tells me that Dawn and Candace may have been involved in this. Because this is garbage. Share your garbage, your face is garbage, your channel is garbage, everything about you is fucking trash. But let's carry on.
I thought Brandon was outside with Josh. Josh thought Brandon was, I thought Brandon was outside with my mom because my mom lived with us at the time. And mom thought Brandon was inside with me because we were putting stuff away when we moved in. And I went outside with mom and she was like, where's Brandon? I was like, I thought he was with you. And she was like, no, he's with you. So I'm searching the house and everything. I couldn't find him. My first call was my husband because I was panicked because I didn't know what the hell. I didn't live in this area. I can't say what area I live in, but I was new to this area. So I didn't know this area that well. And I was panicked. And he calmed me down and I did find him. What happened was the gate was left open and we had a new puppy and he got out the gate and my son just decided to go take a road trip with the dog walking down the road.
Yeah.
And I found him 3 houses down. But I did call my husband first to, because I was panicked. Don't laugh at me. My mom's sitting next to me because she remembers this story.
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't
But
know.
I can't, like maybe she thought her daughter just ran off in the woods or something. I don't know. They live out in the country. I don't know what went through their heads. I don't understand the mom right now. That's my only opinion I'm going to say out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be ugly.
Well, Tammy, what do you think about the coincidence or the odds of 2 missing family members Candace's sister and now daughter in 11.
Hey, Tammy, I want to meet you because you're always on Cher's panel or some weird panel when the summer shit was going around. I'd like to know where the fuck you came from because I don't remember you ever covering summer or being a part of it, but here you are on Cher's panel every time with Chasing, with everybody. Hey, Tammy, why don't you come fucking grab a fucking link and tell me where the fuck you're from? Because I'm going to guess Pennsylvania.
Years missing.
Yeah, that's creepy. I think somebody took her. I think that it was somebody that she knew, and they kind of maybe, lured her away by let's go fishing or let's go swimming, and she went with them because she knew them. And of course, mom wasn't keeping an eye on her, so she could just sneak away and, it not be a big thing. And I think she was gone probably longer than they're telling. She was, I think she'd been gone missing a little bit before her mom figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's her guilt talking when she's like, it was 2 minutes. I know it was probably
Maybe Tennessee.
not. It was probably like, who knows how long.
And with another family member going missing, it's kind of like these people knew who to prey on.
Yeah, I could see that too because, I mean,
Because one family member is missing in one state and one is missing in another. These people would have known Rose. They would have known all the shit in Wisconsin, Arkansas, all the other places they knew. So all the neighbors preyed on them. They preyed on Summer because they knew that they had another missing family member. Huh? Candace beat her, chased her through the woods. She ran into a sex offender's arms, according to the psychic. And then all the neighbors preyed on Summer because they knew Rose was missing. I want you to listen to what you're fucking listening to. Real fucking close here. How narratives are spun and driven. And rumors start in a missing child's case, which 98% of the rumors started on this channel. But okay.
If they're always going to go with statistics, it usually is, we'll call it lower class people that it happens to. So, and
And
they found
she
too,
didn't.
like, go ahead.
She doesn't have the best, record as far as.
What was the name of that? The Lindenberg baby or something? No. Famous people and rich people get kidnapped too for ransom because they're lower class. Somebody stole their daughter. Sherry, you need to do some history. You need to go back and read. No, there's actually famous rich people that have had their children kidnapped too. I promise you. It's a real life thing. But because they're lower class, somebody stole their daughter after Candace chased them through the woods so that the baby can run through to the sex offender's arms. Hey, whatever you say. Okay. Because the psychic told you.
Being the greatest mom because of all the stuff both of them have been into. So it wouldn't be hard for somebody to take one of them because they not paying attention half the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the sister that's missing actually used to have temporary custody of the boys, the 3 sons, or the 2 sons maybe at the time, but the older kids. The missing sister had temporary custody of the kids and was actually trying to get to adopt them. So
There's where that rumor
and then
started.
she went missing. Shortly after, before that, I think, right?
Yes, before the, yep.
That's a rumor. It's also rumored that Rose had tried to get custody of Candace's older children, which probably would have been the true story. Cher made this up. I don't believe it ever has happened on either accord. Here's where that rumor came from: July 15th, 2021. But it's been spreading around the internet for 3.5 years, with the story changing, the narrative of it changing, because Cher said it. Do you understand that? But okay, y'all go ahead.
See, I didn't get to dive into all that part.
And she called her husband and said that she'd be home by midnight. And then never came home.
Because a 5-year-old's a teenager, Cher. She's just going to be home by midnight. And she never came home, because that's what 5-year-olds do. They go out drinking with their buddies in the woods. Did you know that? They hang out with all the bad kids down there on Beach Creek. She'll be back by midnight. It's okay. You are such a dumb fucking cunt. It's unreal.
The sister?
Yep.
And that was 11 years ago, you said, right?
Yeah, I think it was 2009, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get into that part of it too before we started.
Well, the thing
Starting a
is,
minute.
someone asked if Candace was around the area in Wisconsin, and they said no, she might have been in Arkansas. But if she was with Don back then, I found arrest records of Don in Wisconsin. And I actually used to live not far away from where she disappeared from. She was in St. Croix, Wisconsin, and then they found her car at the Grantsburg, Wisconsin, or whatever.
When did you live there, Cher? Did you live there in 2009? Did you live there when she disappeared? Because if so, I think maybe we should look into you. I'd like to know when you lived there. You know, all these people that come out here and know all about Rose, July 15th, I don't even think the news spoke about Rose yet. They might have. Don't quote me on that. But it was pretty brand new. But you know all these fucking details about somebody you used to live right next to, right there. That's interesting. I'd like to know what year you lived there, Cher. Why don't you tell us with proof, please?
I'm gonna guess it was that gas station that had has the big liquor store attached to it.
So that's even more bizarre. You have two disappearances in one family.
In one family, and Don has an arrest record from the same area where the missing sister is. Just gonna throw that out there. I mean,
Yep.
Don has a record in multiple different states, at least 4, for sure. 4 different states. Hey, Cotton Candy.
They
Hey,
better.
I
Diane.
just saw her little.
They better be looking at the.
Sorry, go ahead, Tammy. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying they better be paying attention to the other children.
What does Sebastian's dad go by these days? There's a Mr. Seth on her screen. Probably not him, but strange, because I thought that's what I saw Sebastian's dad goes by these days, Mr. Seth. I could be wrong.
That are there.
No kidding.
Because they
I
may go
heard
missing too.
He said in his interview with, I think it was Kingsport Time News, they flat out asked him, how are you doing with your kids, as far as like them going back to school, because they're fixing to start school there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that they're not even comfortable with them walking to the the bus stop now. Whether they stick to that, I don't know.
I call bullshit. They won't stick to that. I guarantee. They'll do it a couple times for looks, but even I am guilty of that. I'll be like,
Mhm.
I get all paranoid through paranoid spurts, and I won't let the boys go down to the bus stop alone, or I'll watch them.
You didn't raise your kids, Cher. They just moved in with you. You didn't have the authority to let them walk to the bus stop. Their father did. Right? Because you wasn't allowed around your kids.
From the window or whatever. But then there's other times where I'm like, screw this, I'm going back to bed or whatever, and the boys are together, they're fine.
Yeah, but you have two. I only have one. I just drove them to school though.
I just don't think, especially, I mean, they like to drink. Like, we all know that. And they have even said that. Even Dawn said Candace has a bigger drinking problem now. So, again, they might do that for looks a few times, but again, that's not going to fly properly. But we'll see. Their boys
That's
are
why I
older
brought it up.
anyways.
Yeah.
How old are they? Yeah, so she wouldn't even have to really worry about it because they're older. So
And him saying that they passed the polygraph test, that's him saying it. I couldn't find anywhere where law enforcement said that. And I looked everywhere today.
Betsy, I'm not sure whether it's legal or not there. Why she was buying a bulb pipe. I didn't hear a ball pipe. I heard a glass pipe. I've smoked marijuana with a glass pipe. They're sold at tobacco stores everywhere. They smoke really good. It's like a mini bong kind of. So, I can't exactly say anything about her smoking pot, but if she bought a glass pipe, it doesn't mean it was for anything but pot, because there's pot pipes that are glass. I don't know how else to say it. Like, sorry. I mean, I don't know. Am I
Good point,
wrong?
Galen.
It's not meth. Like, people that smoke meth usually like on the skinnier side. Am I like totally off here?
Well,
In my opinion, you absolutely would know. Look at that sunken in fucking face with all the fucking craters in it. So we're going to take your word for it. Okay, Scarecrow?
Not from what I've seen.
Everyone's saying
Usually-
Allie and Candace are meth heads, but both of them are bigger women. So
it's not so much like the drug itself. It's they spend all their money on drugs they don't eat.
oh, okay.
Well, she in
Yeah,
her
I don't know.
interview, she looked like she was on something.
Yeah,
Meth.
Yeah, she did. She was like all spaced out.
I think it was
Yeah, she
being
was.
exhausted and drunk, like a mix of a hangover and exhausted and guilt. I mean, if I'm being honest,
I mean, her
think
eyes kept rolling in the back of her head.
all of them know what happened. There's no way Allie doesn't know, Hunter doesn't know. Candace and Hunter have to keep checking their stories together. Yeah, Don, I think, knows because he's clearing for whatever happened. They're just afraid of their records and going back to prison. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's even talking about her being dead now and seeing her at the resurrection, and now saying the police are doing too little too late. Like, I don't like how he's been talking in the last 48 hours. I think it's very rude. I think it's disturbing. I did honestly try being nice. I reached out to him and everything, but like, it's been a month today, right? So we need Summer to come home, and I guess either way that has to happen, whether she is still here or not here. Like, I think they said that they passed the lie detector test because they're hoping that they will go to the body, or Don will lead them to the body or something. That's what I'm thinking. I don't trust any of them. I think they all know. I think the grandma knows and is just afraid. The boys probably know and are definitely afraid. I don't know. Like, I try to see it as
Yeah.
being a sex offender coming and doing this, but I can't. There's the missing time, and then Allie saying, well, we can't talk about that missing time. It's part of the whatever investigation, interrogation. And then there's also the other thing is the two families bickering, and how then all of a sudden Don's throwing a 15-year-old under the bus. And it's like, don't you have better things to do than to be literally going back and forth spewing insult? Like, it doesn't look good for him. And then throwing, it's like he's pointing the finger at, well, how come they started being mean to us and turning on us after Summer's disappearance? So he's trying to point the finger at them for Summer's disappearance. Then he's trying to point it at all the sex offenders for the disappearance. And it's like, he's also
Cher, you have accused every single one of them people, just as he did the second he gave you a fucking chance to get on your panel and you to use him. You accused every single one of those people just as much as he did. You are such a hypocrite. To get on her like, oh, he attacked a 15-year-old, then you go on to attack the 15-year-old over and over and over again. You have got to be fucking shitting me.
red truck came
I
and
think he's
probably
just
took her.
trying to, yeah. I think he's trying to confuse everybody.
Oh, definitely.
Where did this? Okay, that's another question I have written down right here. I'm sorry, Sheila, that you just brought up a question.
Hey, Stacy. Oh, the red truck.
Your audio cut there.
Hey, Emma. Hey, Leona. Hey, Man's Life. Yeah, I don't think she's a diabetic. I just think she was drinking and exhausted. That's all I think it is. Maybe, and pot. I mean, she.
Was Ziggy on today? I haven't watched anything, so y'all gonna fill me in the chat. I woke up and seen on my thing that Cher had. Actually, no, it was a comment. Somebody had left me a comment. Are you gonna go on Cher's panel tonight? And I was like, huh? So I went and looked and seen that Cher had a live set about me. So hey, why don't we combine them, Cher? You got a problem with me? Come over here. We can do this shit together. You wanna? I put the link there. Let me do it again. You got a problem with me? Come tell me your problem. Please. We could do this right here. I'm live now. You're welcome to come over, grab a link, and tell me. I'll take myself off. I'll mute. Come off the panel. And I will let you go to town. Tell me what your problem is with me. Because I got many with you. In a couple cases that I covered that you covered. I don't like what you did in Quentin's case. I don't like that you put your fucking face on his house. I can never like you just because you did that. Do you understand that? I know what hurt and pain you caused to people in that case. I didn't even scratch the surface on Summer's case. I've never really spoken that much about you in Summer's case, but we can fucking go there. And if you have a problem with it, please, by all means, come grab a fucking link. Okay? We could do it together. Come tell me what my problem is. Come debate me. Let's debate this shit, Cher. Psychic. Chris Watts and all them other cases you did, you were psychic. You were into the psychics. You were with the psychics. I would say you're the coordinator. Oh, yeah, look at this case. Hurry up, Ziggy, get in here. Let's launder some money. I need teeth today. I need a wedding that never is going to happen. Let's ship my adult kids from the United States to Canada. You've done nothing but made money off the back of victims. It's fucking disgusting and disturbing. If you have a fucking problem with me, please come over here. Like I said, debate me. I'll give you the floor for 15 minutes. I'll come off panel and I'll let you say every fucking problem you have with me. And then I'll come up and we'll talk about it like adults. But until then, you're a cunt. Please understand that. I ain't scared of you because you're a bigger channel. Absolutely not. Actually, it's the opposite. Because now I'm about to take your shit down too. Hi, Cher. Let's do this, bitch.
The missing
Well, her
sister.
shirt was on inside out.
Yeah. To be honest, well, don't get mad at me, but I definitely think that that's why Dawn helps cover up or whatever. I think that they know like dirt on each other. I don't know if they both got rid of the sister or what, but then Candace's dad died 6 weeks ago. So within 6 weeks, the grandpa dies.
Mhm.
Supposedly he left Summer an inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
So in 11 years, we have sister just disappears off the face of the earth. Grandpa dies. Summer's missing.
I heard somewhere that Grandpa favored the two that are missing, right?
Exactly. Yes.
I think Mark pointed that out. Or Prairie Boy, sorry.
Yes.
The guy who made
Rose
it, yeah.
was favored.
Yeah.
And
How do you know this, Cher? You know what? I watched the funeral. They actually had Candace's father's funeral online. Grandis was there. Candace wasn't. I don't know why. He had a lot of people in his neighborhood who loved him. People from his church that spoke good about him. It was actually quite the beautiful funeral service. How fucking dare you come on here and disgrace somebody who has passed away and throw them into the case of a missing child? He's missing his child, his oldest daughter. We don't know that he favored her. That's never been brought out. Candace has never spoken about that. If you know that, that's because you lived by them. Your own admission in this live. Did you know them, Cher? I think we need to question that at this point.
over the other sisters, and Candace and the other sister was very jealous of that. Not only that, but Rose had temporary custody and was trying to adopt Candace's older kids that are actually, like someone said in chat, adopted elsewhere.
Now, didn't she just say in the same live that it was the 3 boys that Candace and Dawn had? You bitch.
Out of the family. And that's probably because they didn't trust Candace and Dawn, because I had family members that wanted to adopt me when I was thrown into the foster care system, but they weren't allowed because my mom kept trying to kidnap me. So if there's any kind of worry there about the kids being too close to Dawn and Candace, they would not allow any family members to adopt the kids.
Yeah.
I know that from experience.
So your mom kept trying to kidnap you, and the family that wanted to adopt you couldn't adopt you because your mom kept trying to kidnap you. So where did you go? Did they disappear you in the thin fucking air? Because why would they even allow that family to keep you? You're such a fucking liar, dude. Bullshit. They ain't going to keep somebody from adopting you because your mom tried to kidnap you. No, they're going to get you safe, remove you to another family, and try to get you adopted out to get you to... Dude, let me fucking tell you. You're a cunt. You're a lying ass cunt. No way.
So money is evil. Wow.
I think she was kidnapped.
I was fixing to say, I
do not.
the comment you just highlighted.
Oh, which one? Yeah, the statistics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Free Britney. Yeah, I just don't think that I don't believe in coincidences like that. So I definitely feel like they were involved with the missing sister. But with Summer, I think it was an accident. But I just think that that's possibly why they cover. Maybe they think that it does bring up the missing sister a lot. I don't know.
It seems to be like
All over.
retaliating to what is being said to him and about him on social media. So it's like to me. Spectacular reporter who's going to attack everybody.
Good question, Debbie. I don't know.
Okay, Beast Boy's a prick too. But I do gotta tell you, if you watch any of his videos, watch the one on a smiley face killer, because I really did actually enjoy that content from him. Thanks for that. The one from Pittsburgh. I wish you would continue some more of that and stay the fuck out of cases like this, because this is crazy. Okay.
She's asking if we know how long it would take for Summer to be missing for someone else to get the inheritance. They haven't said anything as far as I know.
I was going to look at it yesterday, but how long someone has to be a missing person before they get the judge will rule them dead. It's a certain, I think it's 5 years.
Probably varies on state to state. Yeah, it's not instant, that's for sure. I don't know where that inheritance thing came from. I'd like to see like documentation of that.
Yeah, because I was looking today and I couldn't find any documentation.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like I said, I did a quick search today. I didn't do a deep dive today, so because I was at the dentist and stuff. So
yeah, there's really
I was wackadoo.
There's not a lot of law enforcement isn't putting out very much at all. So a lot of this is he said, she said stuff.
A married man with a missing child. Also, let me make it clear to you that Cher had a huge hand in the We Can Bring You Hope people. Extremely huge hand. She was involved with all those people in the back. So what we're going to do now, if I have to go live 6 times a fucking day, I'll cover Ziggy. I do want to get the 6 up here in a minute. I'm going to point out a little bit of Cher since she decided today to come after me because she thinks she's going to try. They're sending their last resort. But we're going to go over all of Cher's content from day one. So Cher, you better private it. I still have a lot saved. Let's see what you do. Because we're going to watch, just like I did Benny. We're going to do it the same fashion. We're going to watch when you get involved with people and start attacking people and causing the chaos. Okay? And we're going to watch Prairie Boy too. Your turn, bitch. Try me. We're going to watch this live. It's an hour and something long. When we're done, we're going to move on and go see what the fuck else happened today. I'm going to let Cher continue if she went live and wants to talk shit. I gave her the opportunity to come over here and talk the shit to my face. Please, by all means, come do it. But now that you sent out your little attack, we're going to go through all your content, everything I can find. And we're going to pinpoint you just like we did Benny, Jody, Andy, Ziggy, Fred. You do see that I found them laundering my money. I mean, I guess I'm a pretty good researcher. I'll take credit for that. Cher, you want to do this? Oh, it's on. Because see, I see you as the leader of this shit. Always have. Let's do it, Skeletor. I'm going to let this play and run to the bathroom, and my husband's over there having dinner and wanted my attention for a minute. I'm going to step away for about 5-10 minutes. Y'all enjoy listening to Cher spew some motherfucking bullshit with some motherfucking spew coming out of her goddamn mouth. Her Skeletor fucking mouth. We're done, you dollar store clown. We're done before it even starts. Promise.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna keep a lot of stuff close to them too. They're not gonna release a lot out to us.
Well, exactly.
Which is the norm.
Yeah.
So what's your take on it, Mr. Cher? It's your turn.
Well, I don't. I have to say that there's something to do with the boy, H,
Oh,
because
see, I'm not ready to go there yet, but I want to hear yours. I'm interested in what you have to say.
because the timeline, according to Allie, they picked
Right.
him up at 10:30, and it was apparently to go fishing and swimming. They didn't go fishing, and they only went swimming for 20 minutes, which makes no sense.
Right.
And then there's like 2 or 3 hours that are unaccounted for. And then she comes back, drops him off at something like 2:30. But that time is screwy because Allie said it's 45 minutes from her house to Canis, but it's only 23. And that video was apparently of Summer, and the truck was taken at 3:09, which means they were still on the road. So it was after 2:30, or they weren't driving home. They were driving maybe to Don's work. Who knows? But there's so much time that's not accounted for, and the fact that Allie said that she said two things. She said the police have his phone, her son's phone, and she can't talk about what happened because of the interrogation. Those were her words. And law enforcement never said that they were interrogating anybody. So I'm thinking something happened there, and they're trying to get more information on it without really putting a scare in anybody, but it just doesn't add up. They went somewhere, did something. They were only swimming for 20 minutes, and that was like 4 hours.
I agree with your point. I agree with your point, but we may not, like we said earlier, the law enforcement hasn't told us everything. They may know more about that timeline than we do. I wish they would tell
guarantee
us
they
more.
do.
Sure.
I'm like I said, until I know more facts, I'm not ready to take that leap yet. But I do have my stuff that I do want to talk to you about because I value your opinion. So I have some stuff I want to send to you later. So you can share.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he did everything, but I'm just saying that those points will make everyone look bad, and basically everybody's full of shit.
Yeah, that's
I
yeah,
agree,
they're
Betsy.
all like
Yeah.
they are all shady AF, like another case we all know well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Imagine that.
Anderson, I'm just a sub that got interested in everything and just started talking to Sharon, started following cases with her.
What did they say? Oh, Vanessa.
She didn't know who I was. Elizabeth didn't know who I was.
Oh, these are my sisters.
But I don't have a channel or anything. I just like true crime.
I dragged them up on Thursday nights with
Yeah.
me to chit chat.
And we all have different opinions and different stuff. I stick, we all have different opinions and we're proving to panels everywhere. We're trying to prove that we can all get out there, have different opinions, and walk away still loving each other when we get off this
Mhm.
panel tonight.
Yeah.
Just because we don't see eye to eye on every single thing doesn't mean that we don't love each other. We just have different opinions. And, sometimes the stuff Cher points out makes me say, ah. Sometimes the things I point out makes her say, ah, but it leads to us other questions and we keep getting stuck in this deep, dark hole on that other case. Oh my God.
And then Mr. Scher has a totally different thing than none of us have.
Right?
He thinks something totally different than we do.
Thank you, Betsy Boo. I appreciate that.
It's always too nice.
Not being nice, I'm saying.
He's the beard of reason. He's supposed to be nice. Well, what are we going to call you when you shave that off?
I guess they'll just go back to the voice of
Yeah.
reason.
That's better than what I
Oh,
was
there you go.
thinking.
Yep.
Or I'll just tape it back on after I tape it.
I do not know why I come up with these stupid ideas.
Yeah, it was all
It was
Sharon's
your
idea.
idea. And you're the one that loves the beard the most, girlfriend. What are you
I know.
doing?
Me and the cat.
Right.
Y'all are cray cray. But you hit $1,000. You gotta do what you gotta do.
That's for a good cause.
It'll grow back.
Well,
What did Dalen say?
Look at him. I said it'll grow back.
Yeah, it will. Oh, I'm on comments. Aw. So did anyone ever hear my question that I asked?
No.
Where the red truck, because I was muted. I thought
the
y'all
red-
heard me. Where the red truck thing came into play. Who brought that to the authorities and everything?
I don't even know.
I could not find out who the source was on that.
I got a theory about that.
What is it?
What's your theory? I'm
That
interested.
football video of summer. People keep saying there's a red truck following them,
Hmm.
and they're just looking at shit that's in the box.
Mhm.
I think that's where the red truck theory came from to begin with. I think someone made it up. Because I also heard that it was found in a different county with the plates removed.
So the police are just going to put a red truck on an Amber Alert and still talk about that red truck and the vehicles 3.5 years later, and you're going to go tell the audience that I think the red truck is made up because the police are lying to you. TBI, the feds, they're all like, just like, yeah, there's no red truck. We're just going to put it out there because we want to confuse everybody. They did that on purpose. The logic beast, man. The logic.
And like that would be an
Uh-huh.
obvious suspect, but police didn't say any of it. So I don't think it means anything.
Okay.
I've also heard stories about a blue minivan and a yellow vehicle too.
Hmm.
So I have no idea.
Red truck in this case, red car in another.
Yeah, well, this one has a red truck, a yellow truck, and a blue minivan.
Yeah, I feel
But y'all didn't focus on those vehicles at all, right? 2/10/2025. We're finding out there actually was a blue minivan. Are you going to cover that? Share, cover Fred. Cover Fred Hill. Go into depth and cover that a dog hit behind his truck, on his truck, around his truck of summer scent. I would like to see you cover Fred Hill deeply. I bet you won't. Psychic Network, New Teeth, Wedding.
like Don just threw a bunch of shit out immediately, and I don't like that because since he likes statistics so much, when people do that, and it happened in the Christian
Yeah.
Andriacchio case also, we got a suicide here. It's tunnel vision from that point forward. Done.
Yeah.
It's another case we could go talk about too.
Mm-hmm. The police shared it. Oh yeah.
Like for real. I want to hear you talk about Ellie working at AmeriCorps and mentioning Layla's name as she mentions clothes falling out of the ceiling. Here, let's go watch that again. What do you think? Cover this, share. Cover this one video, share. Okay? I dare you.
The only thing that I know about that is about 5 days after Summer went missing, I had went with Julie to get Mom and Dad's groceries, get Mom's oxygen tank filled, and we had went to pick her prescriptions up and took them down to Dad's place at 165. And Mom asked me and Julie both to ride up to 207 where Fred was staying in her camper and to pick up her mail and to check on Fred. Well, we did, and Fred came out into the driveway, and we were asking him how if he was okay. So we were just up there to pick up Mom's mail, and he was talking about how he felt he was being set up. He said something about he found some little girl's clothes in a washing machine on the property, and that somebody had put a backpack at the top of the driveway that had meth-making materials in them. That's all he said. And we asked him, well, did you tell TBI? And the best I can remember, I believe he said yeah. So that's all I know about that. But I wasn't by myself. That was me and Julie standing there listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what else he has done on the hill. I know after Fred went to jail, they I had when I was packing some stuff up, I found a few things, and I called the sheriff's office to have them come out and look at it, and they kind of giggled like they already knew something. And mind you, when Dee came down in January of 23, she was on that property. But what I found tied up and hid away was a lingerie top and some stockings. And, it concerned me because that was just, that was around the same time that Layla had been missing. And I knew Fred was in jail, and I thought, oh my gosh, what if somebody has stashed something here? I mean, you don't know what to think. So I called Lowe, and I recorded it, and I came out and looked at it, and I said, oh, that's just where Fred was having a little side action, and he just didn't want Laura to know about it. So, considering I know it wasn't Laura's clothes, I don't know whose it was. but I do know Ziggy was on Dad's property. Mom was in the hospital at the time. And how I know Ziggy was there is because when the ambulance was called for Mom, Julie actually convinced Laura to ride to the hospital with her and help her with Mom. But when Laura got to the hospital, she stayed down in the lobby. She was there for just a few minutes, and she said, "Oh, I got a ride. I'm going." Guess who picked her up from the hospital? And Laura went and stayed to help with Mom. Ziggy picked her up.
What?
Yes, Ziggy picked her up. And while Mom was in the hospital, Ziggy was on 165 Ben Hill Road.
Damn, Ziggy.
And when Mom got out of the hospital, actually the day the day before, the day of, I think, or the day before Mom got to come home, Julie had went down to the house to get Mom some clothes to come home in. And she went in the house, and obviously the doors had been broken into. Somebody been in the house, which that was Fred, because Julie had cameras and Mom's in the house to help keep an eye on Mom. And she had already seen Fred on the cameras and stuff. But, the cameras had an ability to be cut off from time to time and then be cut back on. So somebody down there had to be doing it. But she found a little girl's white shirt in Mom's bathroom, and there was mud everywhere. A shirt that she had never seen before. Looked like something that a child would wear.
Wow.
And, that was in January. Fred goes to jail in June, and there was clothes hid in a bag. They were tied up in a bag and stuck down in a box, a Mountain Dew box. And the Mountain Dew box was stuck back in a burn barrel, and the door was shut on it.
Oh, man.
And the cops from Hopkins County Sheriff's Office, the detectives is the one that came out. There was 4 of them.
Before he went to jail, TD. That was before he went to jail. Yeah. Sorry.
And I found out the clothes after he went to jail, thinking, Fred's in jail. Who could have put these here? Okay, well, the cops think after, having questioned Fred over a lot of things, the cops just all laughed and looked at each other and laughed, and one just kind of looked at me and snickered and said, I think it's okay. That's something Fred was probably having a little side action, and it ain't nothing to worry about. I said, oh, okay, well, cool, good. At least it ain't got nothing to do with the missing girl. Clothes that were found were soaking wet. So no, they looked like they had been washed, they were soaking wet and put in the bag and tied up. No, they didn't have the lingerie and the stockings didn't have mud on them. Clothes that were found were soaking.
Go ahead, you can tell.
There was a white shirt, and I don't think it was a t-shirt. I actually think it was like t-shirt material that was long sleeve. But that was a child's shirt, not a small child, but it was a size small.
Right.
And then the other clothes that was found was adult clothes. It was lingerie and stockings.
Talk about that, Cher. Instead of coming after me, join me. Show you're not involved with anything. Instead, you're going to join your psychic network clique of fucking friends and go after me. You're not showing anything. You don't really talk about Fred. A couple times you have. But you don't go deep into it. It's what you don't talk about and the way you're getting ready to attack is what's going to bring you the fuck down, bitch. I promise. I am going through all of your material now because we're going to show the people. Cover that.
Yes.
What they shared the red
She's talking
truck
about the red truck
theory.
Yeah, I saw that the police shared it, but I wondered what made the theory come up.
Right.
There has to be a reason that the cops are, because the cops are in the interview, the cop even talked about it. What's his name?
Well, then
Sheriff
they said it was a
Lawson? Yes.
truck with a red toad in the back, not a red truck.
From what I saw on News 5 for that area, they were saying a red or maroon 1990 to late 1990 to early 2000s, red or maroon Toyota Tacoma. That's what they were interested. Law enforcement is interested in. Anyone that can provide information about this witness is how they worded it.
Yeah. I just feel like it was somebody that they knew.
Yes, white buckets in
And
the back.
they took her because they knew they could.
You think? I kind of
I'm leaning
comparing
toward
the
that,
church.
yeah.
What if like the Sunday school teacher took her? No, I'm
Yes.
just kidding.
Oh
I'm
gosh.
just kidding.
Well,
Just kidding.
I think that
Hey, Sky.
I think that maybe the family might feel they know who it is, but they don't want to say anything because of who it is.
I agree.
I wondered that.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But why? Like maybe because they owed for drugs or something? I don't know.
Oh,
No, I think it's along the lines of sex trafficking.
Oh, I just don't know.
Funny you would talk about that on Cher's panel so early on. Who are you, Tammy? Where are you from? You're a strange character that pops up on Cher's panel quite often. Maybe we should find out.
I think they were counting on it to look like that more than anything. Where's my chapstick?
and see, I think someone was counting on blame going towards the parent.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I could see it like that too.
No,
You
babe,
think
you're
maybe-
entitled to your opinion too. I see your side of it as well.
Well, I don't like how he's talking.
Oh,
now.
yeah. Yeah.
No, I agree. We all agree on that. We all agree we don't like how Don's talking. Like I started
Yeah.
out.
That girl's making the most sense on this panel. She disagrees with Cher. I don't know where she went. I don't remember her. But right now, I don't think she's involved. But you might want to look at this Cher and Tammy here because Tammy seems to just pop up all the fucking time. Yeah, we're watching everything.
Social media is how it's getting out there. But it seems like I
think he's
feel like he gave up.
Well, the
The
other
last
thing too, he's
48
like, I
hours.
don't believe in these psychics or whatever. But then he's posting about how these people are having dreams and whatever, and he's going with that. But you don't like what psychics are saying, even though these people are trying to help or whatever, you know.
I think he's just making crap up as he goes.
I think he just gave up and has just given up on his daughter being alive still.
Mr. Sheriff,
As a parent, personally, as a parent, I don't think I could give up that easily.
Oh, I know.
I'd
I
probably
could.
still be turning on every stone in this in
the
the
crazy
woods,
train.
you know.
Crazy train's coming, you guys.
I hear it.
Hey, Sky.
No. All right, Betsy. We'll see you.
Bye, Betsy.
Bye, Betsy.
Net.
Night, John Boy.
Well, no, I don't think so, Tasha.
You want to tell them 6 up? Do you want to tell them or shall I? Because your channel's about to be gone. Ma'am. They set my sister up. They made her husband go touch my niece and record it and put it on the dark web. Because they didn't want me on here. 4 lawsuits. Think about it. You part of that psychic network, Cher. I'm going to have so much fun with so many of y'all. I can't wait. Here we are. I think one of the first things I'll do is put laws on YouTube so people like Cher can't put her face all over the place. I'm going to fight for that. Yeah. Let's note that. Okay.
Why is filing your...
Nothing in that is a lie. Not one damn thing in that is a lie, Cher. So what were you trying to show? I told you grab a link. Grab a link. Tell me why you think that's bullshit. How you know that that's bullshit. And how you think posting that is going to help you because it's true. You want to grab a link? Let's see. Did she go live? Because do you know that Cher has had me blocked since like day one? Oh, she changed it. Now she's going to have this live tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Cher, why don't you just grab a link and let's have the live now together? Because we can do this together. I promise you everything I said in that video that you just showed is 100% true. Prove me differently. You're going to go sticking up for 6-Up? Oh, that's great. You're going to stick up for people that do that? That's what's in my sister's court papers. Do you want to go look them up? I'd really like for you to. Prove me wrong. Do some actual fucking research instead of coming out here and running your fucking trap. Come on. See, Cher, that's exactly why I want to go for your throat. Just like I want to go through 6-Up's throat. Just because of what you just showed. Spread it. Let them all hear it. Then come back over here and listen to me say, yes, every bit of it is true. Grab a fucking link. Do the live with me right now, you fucking cunt. Leader of the fucking network. You're the one that tells them what to cover, ain't you? We can bring you hope. Trash ass fucking pictures of yourself to Dawn Wells, a married man with a missing child. Putting your face on people's fucking homes. You are one of the most disturbed fucking, besides Ziggy, creators out here on this fucking platform. And I promise you, I'm going to make sure everybody hears that and knows that. Grab a link. Like, what does Prairie Boy think of you sending pictures to Dawn? He has never once made a comment on that. Did he approve that? Did he know you were doing that? Because if that's the case, then he knows he's involved himself. Right? You are one of the most disturbed fucking people I ever met on this earth. Had the pleasure of listening to. Not met, because I ain't never met you. And you're too pussy to grab a link, just like many others. Let's do this, Cher. Face to face. Grab it. Since you want to talk so much shit.
I'm going to put the link in there if anyone else wants to come up here. Kind of got a stomach ache. There we go. I'm not even sure, honestly, Nelly, what to think on this case because I go back and forth in my mind, just like the Watts case, kind of. where I'm like, I don't know.
I think because on this one, just I think it's because it's so new and we don't have a whole lot of details is why it's kind of going back and forth. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
because in my mind too, I do go back and forth. But you know me, I'm the one that looks for facts and goes that way. But I don't know who it is right now. I like I said, I have a couple of theories, but that one on the one that one I'm not ready to go to yet.
Yeah.
I just don't feel
That's
like I
what
have
I'm
enough
thinking, Monica.
information.
You see Monica's comment?
That's what I said. He gave up. Why is he giving up? If he thinks she was kidnapped
Yeah.
and thinks she's in somebody's basement in America, like he said, he wants the military to come in
That
and
is
search
so,
everybody's basements. And that's, when they asked, what do you want? It wasn't, I want my baby home. It was, I want the military to come search and deal with the terrorists here. That I was like, okay.
that's just crazy.
I would be out there looking for my baby. I wouldn't be giving up yet. That's my personal opinion.
And she hasn't really said anything other than when they interviewed her, has she?
Yeah, I haven't
Like
seen
he
Mom
has on
say
social
much.
media.
I don't think Mom has said anything since that interview that I've seen. I only saw,
Yeah.
that's the last thing I saw that she did. And I'm sorry, she
Yeah.
didn't look like she was in her right frame of mind to be doing an
No.
interview.
No, she didn't.
I wish I was.
I think he's just very strange with all the
Net
stuff he's
Detective,
coming up with.
I agree with DC Net Detective's comment. Where's Sharon? Mr. Sherbo.
I'm here. Sure, just
Oh.
pass me the phone.
Oh, okay. I was like, where'd everybody go?
I know.
I was like, I'm not doing this by myself.
Hmm?
Panic mode.
Yeah, illegals don't have real jobs. I agree. Yeah.
Hey, Angel Eyes. Hey, Chrissy.
I don't think the children have said anything either, have they? The brothers?
No, I didn't see anything. I haven't seen that. No, I think they're young, aren't they?
Yeah, I
don't
just
see
didn't
where
know if they had.
No, I didn't see anything. I searched for sibling. I mean, because I don't know their names.
They were underage. You're not going to find anything about them except for Dawn standing on the news with Josie. Days after this, they were taken and put into foster care. And if you think for 1 second that they didn't take them kids and interrogate them day one, you're wrong. Candace's story was that they were the last person to see Summer, the last people to see Summer before she entered the downstairs. You need to stop. You think the police ain't doing their job? They're not going to interrogate them kids? They absolutely did. This is the chaos right here. Their children never should have been brought into this. It angers me. Share, grab a fucking link.
I searched for their siblings
I
and
don't
stuff like, for her siblings interviews or anything like that. And I didn't find anything. I'm sure the police have talked to them.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I would hope.
Gosh, 30. Yeah, I would hope so too.
I think that
Mark, did you say? Oh,
They talked to some specialists, I guess the boys did, but also the church guy Don that talked for them. Was that his name, Don?
mhm.
He said that he had talked to the boys, and he actually said the boys told him that basement door was locked.
yeah, but he's contradicted himself a couple times on different streams.
Mhm.
So it's like
Mhm.
people are all just trying to get their moment or something. I don't know.
Hey, I think
Yeah.
I think Meg is backstage.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Hello.
How is everybody?
Hello,
Good, how are
Meg.
you?
Good. I don't know anything about this case. I was just coming on to say hi.
Well, hello.
Hello, Meg.
Well, I mean, I know like a tiny bit, but that's it.
Is the Summer Wells case real?
Oh, haha, very funny. Well,
I know
don't
whenever a
I
red
mean, from
car
what
has
this is the one where her Bly, right? Her aunt is also missing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never found, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I'm not gonna lie, it seems a little strange to me, but it's too early. I don't know enough about
Yeah.
it.
See, that's where I'm at too.
Hey,
I think that's where we're all at. We're kind of just clutching at straws here.
hey, really quick, let's bring it to Watts. Were any of you aware that John Walsh actually had something to do with Chris Watts's plea deal? John Walsh.
No.
Yeah, I have to find that
No.
again. I found it interesting that he is apparently the one who had talked Chris into doing the plea deal, something like that. But John Walsh was involved in the Chris Watts plea deal, and yeah. Anyway, squirrel. I thought that was interesting. So Meg, I thought of you because like
John Walsh is remind me who?
John Walsh is America's Most Wanted. Yep.
Oh, okay.
His little boy was kidnapped in a mall.
That's who
Yeah.
I thought you were referring to, but I wasn't.
Yeah. So that's weird that he
Yeah.
was involved at all, right?
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
That's
Where did you hear that? Or where was
I
that?
saw it yesterday. I wasn't sure about this stuff. It said something in the plea deal and it said John Walsh. And I kept reading that like, no, it can't be the same John Walsh, is it? So
I want to say someone pointed that out to me before, but wasn't there someone who's on Chris's attorney, one of his attorneys that or defense team that last name was Walsh
was it John Walsh?
as well?
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was even trying to find statistics, and there are none.
I tried to Google statistics for it too and found none also.
And I also did test theory of calling for ER ×2. Is that the same case?
Hey Jenna, what's up, Lou?
Hey,
Is there a lot of information being released with this case, but then it still doesn't add up?
No, the
No.
police aren't releasing much. It's just what people are saying, like the parents and the family friends and that kind of thing.
I kind of think
And no-
that she was kidnapped, and that the aunt and her is a connection.
Is law enforcement being transparent, or are they saying that they can't release any information because it's an ongoing investigation or something?
they aren't saying much, which is weird. Like, so the parents are all saying everything, and the friends they're all saying, they're this.
What was I saying though? Oh, but the police are not really saying anything. They're saying that right now everybody is considered a suspect, but they aren't like combating anything that Dawn or Candace have said. They said they passed lie detector tests, but the police have not come out and said that they passed lie detector tests or anything. So they're just kind of sitting back and letting them kind of talk.
Just weeks after this, Lawson would come out and say they passed lie detector test. Before this, Dawn had the news clip where he said Candace passed the lie detector test, but then he came out and said that they're saying Candace left the property 2 times. We don't know what that's about, but we know Candace passed the lie detector test. We know Dawn passed the lie detector test. Do you know who did not pass the lie detector test? Fred Hill. If you're so worried about lie detector tests, Cher, cover the ones who failed. Grab a link. Tell me why you won't cover the ones who failed the lie detector tests. Oh, we won't say fail. We'll say no opinion, because that's what Fred Hill got. So come over here and tell me your thoughts on that, along with the smell of summer behind his truck. Dirty cunt.
And they're not saying much other than it's still an active investigation. We're still searching, and everybody's
And everyone is still a suspect.
yeah.
Everyone's still a suspect,
Yeah.
but there's no like main suspect.
They have not released me. He said,
No,
Lawson said everyone is still a suspect.
Problem is,
Well, I will
nobody's
tell you,
story adds up. Like
no
nobody's
story.
actually makes sense. This
So
whole
did
thing.
the parents? Who's the
Well,
parent?
they
Not Dawn. Who's Dawn?
The dad.
Okay.
Their stories were not supposed to make sense to you. The only people them stories are supposed to make sense to are the police. But you guys will come out here and create a narrative, right? They don't have to tell you anything that the police ain't telling you. There's a reason they keep the investigations quiet. But you go ahead and demand everything you want.
So have both parents came out and gave a public statement, separately or together, or?
yes,
Well, yeah, they've kind of done both.
they were together. Yeah.
Yeah, they're standing beside each other, but talking separate. I
Right.
guess if that makes sense.
And they've each done interviews solo too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dawn
And
has.
there's hardly any emotion or tears.
Yeah.
No
Nope.
tears, but they do seem really like beat down.
Interesting. Yeah, it's too early for me to say, but I do see some red flags. But I will tell you that Tristan Bailey case, I would be highly suspicious of. A lot of red flags in that one. I don't know if there's any new information about that or not, but I think I saw someone put out a video about some sort of something in somebody, what it was his name, Aiden, is that his name? Aiden's room or something, some sort of occult stuff or something.
Oh wow.
I don't know, but I would, yeah, there's definitely something funky going on with that case.
Chrissy. Yeah, definitely shady stuff with the family going on for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The mom is cold as ice. Yeah, it seems that way anyway.
Yeah, I'll have to watch those interviews. I'd be interested to see those, or those not interviews, but the statements by the parents. Because I'm wondering if that's what they want everybody to believe, is that, you know, trying to figure out who's involved, and if this, the mom, it sounds like the mom's suspicious, and it sounds like the dad's suspicious, and then everybody's, you know, racking their brains trying to figure out where, you know, Summer Wells is, and I don't know. It's just, I'm suspicious of any of these high profile cases.
Neither one of them have the. Neither one of the parents have good track records, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So did the police say anything that they think that there's a connection to each case as far as like the aunt? And
No, they
they're
haven't
not
said
saying anything?
anything about it yet. No,
Oh,
they haven't
okay.
said anything.
So the parents were the ones that contacted the news outlets and gave the statements?
You know what? That's a good.
No, but we just found out that Cher lived right there where Rose went missing. Right? She just told us that. When did you live there, Cher? Did you know Rose?
Good. That's a really good question. I'm not sure.
The news outlets contacted them, but
I'm not sure how.
I mean,
Yeah.
who originally released the story? The police, because she's missing. And so after, how long was she missing? How long was Summer Wells missing before the whoever released the information about her missing? I guess is what I'm wondering.
Well, the mom
was
said
there,
it
like,
wasn't very long.
Was there
No,
flyers? Was there?
Yes, it started with it was Amber Alert that got passed around on Facebook and stuff, and then it turned into she was still missing, and it got more and more traction, and then
It actually started as a endangered alert, and then it turned to an Amber Alert days later, and then they added the red truck, or a day later. It was an endangered alert, an Amber Alert, and then they added the red truck. But you know all things.
yeah, and
Doesn't
just
there have to be a suspect to have an Amber and a vehicle to have an Amber Alert though?
that's a good question. I'm not sure. Maybe that's because yeah, it started with an Amber Alert.
But I think the Amber Alert, they called it off, didn't they?
They did call the Amber Alert off. Mr. Scher's gonna look it up right now.
Yeah.
yeah, they called it off just recently.
Yeah, but it was an Amber Alert. But yeah, that's where they got the red truck, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't know.
They called the Amber Alert off? Huh? It's still active, Cher. It was active when you did this fucking live. But go ahead, push it.
Yeah.
Not another red vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
My thinking exactly.
Yep.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look into it more. But it took me, I don't look a lie, it took me a few minutes to figure out in one live stream. I'm like, wait, so who's Bly and who's Summer? And wait, so she's the daughter of who? And wait, or the niece of like, and I'm like, wait, what? And then I finally figured out, and they're like, yes, Megan, you got it. I'm like, okay, good. It's so confusing at first.
The connection to church. Well, I just think that's for show, to be honest. If someone had said every time he gets back from doing jail or prison stints, he gets very churchy again or something, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, for me, I feel like it's just for show.
Okay, the Amber
I feel like. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's kind of vague. But here, the criteria: the person is 17 years of age or younger, in imminent danger of bodily injury or death, and there is a description of the child or the abductor or the vehicle. So it would technically be, it would be the criteria met for an Amber Alert, but it would kind of be a judgment call.
You said there was not description of those last three things, or there was a description?
No, there is a description of the child or the abductor or the vehicle. It doesn't have to be all.
So what? But what was included then? Just the
I don't know what
child?
you're asking.
Just the description of the child.
Yeah, they didn't have a description of the abductor. Maybe the vehicle, possibly.
Then wouldn't that just be a missing person?
A
That would
bolo?
be-
That's not all the reasons they would give an Amber Alert. They probably had video footage that gave them reason to put the Amber Alert out. The truck description was not out at first. The Amber Alert went out without the truck. Do you people understand that? The truck was added days later, maybe even a week or two. You need to stop. And this was fresh. It had just all happened. This was July 15th, 2021. I remember watching this live just because of this. Because I remember being confused. Like, why did the Amber Alert come out before the truck description? Because they were trying to say, Cher was trying to say that they couldn't call an Amber Alert without a vehicle description or the abductor's description. But they called that Amber Alert, Cher. So you know what that means? That they had that. But you're going to go on here and try to say law enforcement is wrong, right? Is that what you're doing? Oh, I don't know about the truck, because they're going to lie about that. They're going to put that on an Amber Alert for no fucking reason whatsoever, right? You think it's fake. It's a false narrative. It could very well could be, but there's a reason they put it the fuck on there. But you go spread misinformation and say, oh, I don't think the truck is true. You people are fucking idiots. Looking back, it's very clear to see what happened here. And I promise you, I'm going to show the people that weren't paying attention. I've asked you to grab a link several times tonight. You go on and have your fucking live tomorrow. If I'm up, I'll go live when you go live. If I'm not up, I'll cover it afterwards. And then I'm going to go back and cover the live after this one. And then I'm going to continue and continue and continue. And we're going to show people how you, in my opinion, brought Juanita there. Fucked around with the psychics, believed in them, then changed your complete mind. Didn't believe in them. Prayed on panel with Dawn. Changed your narratives several times. Then disappeared when Quentin's case came along. When you had another cash cow. I don't fuck around. I'm not scared of none of you. If you thought you were bringing out the big guns with Cher today, I promise you I'm not scared of Skeletor, Crypt Keeper. I think she is one of the most disgusting fucking people on this platform. Just like her fucking real teeth. Okay, bitch?
No, because it doesn't have to be all.
Because it's a child, they put an Amber Alert out. Because she was only 5. So, and probably because he said it was an abduction right from the beginning. So they probably put it out as an Amber Alert.
Who said that? The dad?
Dawn called right away and said, my little girl's been abducted.
And where was she supposed to be when this happened?
At home in her basement playing with toys, which is her bedroom.
She was abducted from her bedroom in the basement?
Yep, while Mom
That's
and
what he's
Grandma were
saying.
outside planting flowers in the front yard.
Okay, that's weird. And where was Dawn and Mom?
Well, Mom was planting flowers with Grandma outside in the front yard. The brothers were inside playing video games in the kitchen, and Don was on his way home from work because he called 911 from a mile away from home.
So somebody had to have called him to.
Candace did. Summer's mom
called him
and said Summer's missing or whatever, supposedly. And so he said, hang up with me and call 911. And so then they both called 911 at the same time.
So she either wandered off, which is what they're saying, from the last known location being the basement, or someone went into the home and took her.
Yes, they started off with saying they believed somebody came to the home and took her. Now they're saying she probably could have wandered down the driveway or down. Now he said through the woods. Now he's saying he knows for certain she's not in the woods.
To grandmother's house we go.
Yeah, Grandma lives in a trailer on the property.
Kidding. I'm kidding, but you said
no. Here, when she said that, because Grandma does live on the property.
Yeah,
that's why I giggled.
So okay, so they're just.
And they have 20 dogs, and not one of them barked.
Well, that's the thing.
And
even in their interview, there's a dog bark, and so I'm thinking a barking dog isn't going to alert anybody. Because you got 20 dogs, you got wildlife around there.
Sorry, guys, I wasn't paying attention for a minute. I was talking to my husband. I'm trying to roll one. He's gonna run to the store real quick. You should see if these will ride you, Earl. I don't know where he went. I'm rolling one. They don't believe in psychics, in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't watch a whole lot of Wicca. There's some things I didn't agree with her. But maybe I'll go back and watch, since people keep telling me she was on a psychic network ass. See if she caught anything I didn't. I try to stay away from the controversial shit that I've never been involved in. Because I have enough of it on my own. Motherfucker. Stem fucking. What do you think? You think Cher was in the psychics before she wasn't, and then she goes back in the psychics? You think that she's too bitch to grab my link? Or you think that her bringing that hurtful fucking shit back out in the video, that's true? It's true, Cher. Come on here and dispute me. I've been talking about it. That's exactly what the people in my chat told me. It's on court record. Maybe not all of it. I don't know. I haven't read the court papers, but I know what I've been told by my family. I know how it's affected my family. I know that I covered it when it happened. They thought it would get me off of here. It didn't, because I never would have imagined that this is what's going on today. I'm fed up with the shit. And y'all are done fucking with me. All the way. Do you understand that? The things you put out that you think are going to embarrass me, they're not, because I stand by them. Like the Doja Cat song I posted the other day. I said what I said. You're big and bad enough to go over there and show that again. So please, by all means, be big and bad enough to come grab a link on my panel and tell me why it isn't true. Or why you're suddenly sticking up for 6-Up. Huh? Won't you do that, honey? I promise you I won't go nowhere. I will even come off panel and allow you to do your whole live right here. And then I'll come up and we'll talk about it. Please, by all means, grab a link. You won't, because you're just as much of a bitch as the rest of them. Money laundering, collecting, making money off the backs of victims, babies, spreading lies, chaos, and bullshit. Well, you collect brand new fucking sparkly white teeth, right? You make me sick. You are absolutely the worst kind of creator on this platform. And I just want you to know that. And I hope it hits at every ounce of your fucking evil, little, crinkled Skeletor heart. Okay, psychic network facilitator, in my opinion, grab a link. I'm a burn one. Maybe I should buy some sage to sage away your fucking bullshit.
I bet you within 10 minutes, at least 2 of the dogs are barking at something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm guessing they didn't have security cameras. They don't seem like
Mary
it.
T. I'm sorry, I was just going to tell Mary T that I do believe the church is involved somehow.
I was
And I'm
kind of
thinking that might have
suspicious of
been.
that also. The church is weird.
And it's the same narrative. KLS. I stand by what I say. Look at the narrative you tried to push 2 weeks ago. What you put on Summer Crystal, you said your parents had something to do with Summer going missing. And we are just going to be okay with that. Well, let me go on to say that I have covered it about 7 fucking times now on my last 7 motherfucking lives. So instead of coming over here with the same fucking accusations over and over, you can go over there to them 7 lives and watch it before you come over here trying to push some fucking bullshit that ain't true. Well, it is true, but it ain't. But there's reasons behind it. And you can listen to the explanation of it instead of coming over here and trying to tell me to fucking keep retelling it, because that's not going to happen. Open your motherfucking ears or get the fuck out of my chat. Plain simple. Yeah. Like, this is ridiculous. How many of y'all in my chat watching right now already heard my explanation on this a million times? I've already spoken about it. Yet they're going to keep coming over here and pushing me to continue speaking about it. You said, yeah, I said it. How about you kiss my ass instead of your fucking axe with your fake fucking profile picture? You want to grab a link? We can go back and watch the 7 motherfucking lives where I spoke about it.
Well, I was thinking maybe the dogs didn't bark because they knew the people.
Yeah, that could be.
Well, and what's also weird is this church person has interjected himself into it quite a bit, and also
Yes.
he was one of the first people that the Candace and Don called over there, and he was there right, like you said, helicopters were there. So he was one of the first people there. Now he's coming out and doing interviews, and yeah, I don't know.
Have they released the 911 calls?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just reading your messages, Nellie. You should rest up. I love you.
I'll leave it to you, bro. I will
Yes.
call y'all
Yes,
tomorrow
Natalie.
for sure.
What?
Bye, panel. I love you
Go
guys.
Vest. Love you.
Bye.
Love
Alright,
you. Good night,
thanks.
Nellie.
Night.
Okay, say that again, babe.
Well, someone said that they did release the 911 calls. I haven't heard them. I'd like to.
Yeah, I haven't heard them either. Maybe can you look?
I haven't either.
Google
That's
it?
why I had to think for a minute.
Who said they heard the 911? And dogs.
Why does it like remind me of the Gurning case though, the Cash Gurning case, like where
Oh,
they were in the bedroom sleeping, and then the person just comes in and just happens to just take one of them with like not, I don't know. Sounds kind of familiar, but weird.
yeah, Mary.
So
they
has
do.
anybody? Are there any search parties? Or is there any of the police looking? Or they looked? Are they sending out like in the swamps, or what are they? Looking for her in the swamps or anything?
Yeah, they've been searching a lot around the house.
So the police are involved. They are getting involved at least.
Well,
Taking it seriously.
Oh yeah.
Well, according to the dad, there's been a lot of searches, but I'm not sure if there's been as many as he's claiming.
And who's the church person? Is this like the
Deacon of the church? The church
and
that
he's
they all
doing
go to.
Yeah.
interviews? He's doing news interviews.
Yeah,
Oh, this is weird. I don't know.
Mhm.
it's very weird.
Again, it's too. I don't know enough about it to say, but to me, it's just something's off about it.
She still attacks their church to this day. I don't know that the church didn't have anything to do with Summer, but I know that churches, when you're involved in religion, usually are a support system. It doesn't matter who it was. Why would you attack the parents of a missing child support system? Did you want them, if they're innocent, to have no support? Is that what's going on here? Did you expect that the church would walk away from them? All the making fun of Robin. Is that something you expected, Cher? Y'all pushed the mom away. They're fighting with all the neighbors because Fred comes out and names them all. You left them with no support system, and you did it proudly. Well, you bashed them. If those people are involved or guilty, the police will get to the bottom of it. But why are you attacking the support system of parents of a missing child? Make that make sense. And why do you continue to do that?
Well, usually when somebody that isn't part of the family
Wait.
inserts themselves into a
David has a special
investigation like that,
song
it's
for
kind of
Summer.
like,
David, that's what his name is, not Don. David, the church deacon. He has a special.
mhm. Mhm. Okay.
They had to scale down the search because they, like, was it today or yesterday? They were saying it's like $28 an hour for a person for searching, and they had something like,
Wow.
I can't even remember, some crazy amount.
No, they had to scale down the search because of fucking YouTube creators like you that were sending in the motherfucking psychics to confuse it. Please watch Dave Radar and Twyla on Duty Ron's channel. You hear the fucking story. I've played it a couple times. They had free people that would have came in and searched where it wouldn't have costed them. But because you kept sending in fucking fake motherfuckers to cause issues and fights, and they didn't know who was real searchers and not, they had to take those people that were there free searching out because of the antics that YouTube creators played, like you fucking cunt. Who's Mike and Barb? Bring them out here. Get on panel with Juanita and your fake fucking fights. You ain't nothing but a fucking clown.
So
How long has she been missing?
for a month today.
A month. Yeah.
I'm just. Then when is it? When? So it's.
June 15th,
what?
she went missing.
We've known about it. This case has been out for a month.
But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird? You want to know what's weird? Like prior to her going missing, the mom even took a picture of her standing inside a giant coffin.
Yeah, that's another.
That was at a public park, that everybody who visits it takes the same fucking pictures. It's like going to Washington, D.C. and standing in front of the fucking White House. You go to a tourist attraction place, they have things you take pictures with. It's not strange at all. It isn't like she was in the fucking graveyard sitting in a fucking coffin. What's strange is that you're out here pushing a narrative that there was something wrong with that because they were at an attraction where millions of people come every year and take the same fucking pictures. You're sick.
That's okay. That's weird.
That's weird, right?
It's one of those, like the Chris Watts thing with
Yes.
the whole baby, the doll or whatever with the sheet over
Yes,
it.
it's very much like
Yeah.
that vibe. It's so
Yeah.
creepy.
So what are the odds?
That
Another
place
one.
that they were visiting is a touristy spot.
It is a touristy spot, but still, Summer standing in a giant coffin and now she's missing.
That's like what we call
Totally take our picture
Well,
of
there
them.
you go.
is it foreshadowing or something? Or
Missing.
Well, okay, what if we went missing after that? I don't think that's fair. You just admitted your daughter's gonna be taking pictures in that thing.
Yes, but my daughters aren't missing.
She wasn't missing at the time either. She took a picture in there.
And now she's missing.
I will search and see. I made some I made some videos out of that. I'll search and see if I still have them. They might have been in my Dropbox that I deleted. But yes, because I was comparing the child's voice. But I think that we later found out. Oh, that was so long ago. I have to look for that. I don't want to say anything because I don't know that it would be truth. It's been a long time. I forgot about that. But you're absolutely right. That did happen.
Yeah, so there you go.
yeah,
Now
but
it's
I don't
weird
know.
because
That's
she's
weird,
missing.
especially with the Watts thing. That's a red flag to me. But there's something else I was going to ask. Because it's weird because how I don't know the statistics on how many children go missing a day or month or week or whatever, but why is it that
Right.
only certain cases, when there's so many that go missing, get so much mainstream media attention? What makes one child going missing more important than any of the other ones? So to me, that
Yeah.
is what people need to, in my personal opinion, people need to ask themselves is why is it that there's only these certain mainstream media cases that get so much, attention over all the others? What's the reason? There's got to be a reason behind it, in my opinion.
It is weird. You think about it.
Well, I can't remember now.
So there's a danger, Will Robertson, danger.
Parents are quality, in my opinion. I would not agree. I love
And-
Dollywood. Oh, that's where they are. That's Dollywood. Yep, they were at Dollywood.
Oh, Dollywood. Okay.
I promise you just a picture of that.
I bet you almost everybody walking by does that. I mean, you can't
I
look at
hope
that and go, "Oh, this is foreshadowing."
Yeah, but why was that picture released out of all the pictures?
It's not. It
Did
wasn't
they just
released.
go there?
People were going on their social media and taking shit.
Is their social media still public?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a red flag to me again. Just like Shanann's being made public the entire time, but the Ruseks don't want you to talk about the case, but they leave the Shanann's Facebook
Mm-hmm.
Oh
public.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Sheriff
So it sounds to me
last
like
night.
they want people to go and go down the rabbit hole and go into their Facebook
Well,
and
it's different than
try
the
to figure
watch
all the
because
things out.
these people are using their social media still.
Yeah.
Like they're still communicating with people through their social media, so they can't delete it.
Yeah, because she was like a TikToker. Ayo, Tammy.
Tammy Ayo.
Hey, Tammy.
It was creepy. And
No, you guys. No, they didn't.
there's a lady involved with the We Can Bring You Hope people. I think I have to go back and look. It might have been this fucking Tammy that I seen involved with them, actually. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on them. But it led me to this lady. I used to babysit her grandson, Eric. Her daughter's name's Tracy. But she knows these people from We Can Bring You Hope. And guess where she's from? Glassport. I can't remember her name, but I'm going to have to go find it. I'm going to look into this Tammy Barnes. You might want to delete your Facebook. It doesn't really matter. I have other means. We're going to find out who the fuck you are. And I'm going to dox the fuck out of you. And I'm on here saying it. If I find out you're connected to this in any way. Because thinking back, I thought it was Teresa from Unmasked, but that was a long time ago in research, but it might have been this Tammy Barnes. Don't quote me. I'm not saying that's truth. But see how Cher's pushing people to go look at people's Facebooks? I'm going to do the same thing. I won't even research it. Y'all who research, find out who Tammy Barnes is for me, please. Could you help me with that? I'm pretty sure I seen somewhere she might have been connected to the We Can Bring You Hope people. I'm not positive. I'm not saying that's truth. But I'm saying I'm going to go deep. Okay? You want to grab a link, Cher? You could just tell us. And then I wouldn't have to.
Release it. Okay, this was posted on their social media long before anything happened with Summer. See, this is what happens. It's the same bullshit with Watts. Someone thinks something and they get it all misconstrued. No, people are pouring through their past pictures and looking for anything they can to give them shit about. That's what's going on.
I know, but I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, why is it still made public?
Because they still use their social media to converse with people.
Yeah, but that's fine. But why? That's what I'm saying, though. You can still converse with people that you know and family, but why make it public so for everybody to see?
They probably don't know how to make their
You're
pictures
just saying,
only available to friends.
well, no, they did. They just recently put their pages to only friends, but they added a bunch of like well, before tonight, I was one of Donald's friends.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Well, mine's like that, but I don't even remember how I did that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to set all my pictures to only deal with backgrounds or shit like that.
Yeah.
And these people are.
The person I'm thinking of, I remember finding them. For the longest time, I thought it was Teresa. I don't think it is now. It was like at the beginning of my research, when We Can Bring You Hope first started coming out, and Enchanted Life Path was covering them. And I started going down a rabbit hole. It was only like 1 or 2 nights that I did it. But the person I found, I remember being from Plum Borough, here in Pittsburgh, like the Penn Hills area. Which actually could go into another missing person case. Kaylin, whatever her name is, her dad, I covered her. Kayleen. Maybe this is something we should like really fucking dig into. I need to find that person from Plum Borough again. That's what it is. Y'all ready for this? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
You're done, Cher.
Like highly intellectual, real social media mongers either. They're just country folk. So
Are they engaging with anybody? Like, are they engaging themselves in social media?
Yes, that's all
YouTube
they're
and-
doing. It's
yes,
weird.
they're using
Mhm.
it now.
They did social media before they were even on the news. They did Unmasked.
Are you serious?
Dead serious before they
Why
even
would they be
officially
going?
aired on the
I'm
news.
sorry, I'm not trying to.
They were
I'm
all
not
over
trying
YouTube.
to go be. I'm trying to not have a biased
Why?
opinion whatsoever
Because
when I look at these cases. But
people
why
talk
are they
about
not
them.
concentrating on getting the mainstream media outlets to get this information out there?
Well, they're doing everything.
Yeah,
I can see that for a missing kid.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I can see them using every outlet for their missing kid. But I guess but okay, for me, like now he's condemning social media, but he's all about social media. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Who is
it just doesn't.
Well,
Who,
how
the
that all
dad?
started. How that all started is people like us internet sleuths just went fucking nuts on them, attacking them as soon as this story broke.
Yeah,
And they started defending themselves on social media.
true.
That's how it all got going. It's not like they just took the social media out of the blue to try and gain fame or something. That's not what happened.
That's exactly what happened for you, Beastie. Ain't it? Crypt Keeper, Skeletor. You thought you would get fame. Might get y'all some jail time, in my opinion. I think we have extradition laws from Canada.
No, but what's weird is that what he put on there, I think it was today, about the military. Why don't they send the military to find his little girl? Because
I've
she's in
said
a
that
basement
for
somewhere
fucking
tied up.
years. I've said
So they're
for
more worried
years
about
we
what
should have
people.
the military here and stop worrying about other countries. I'm totally with him on that. Get our crime rates and drugs and child trafficking and all that shit under control here before we start worrying about our oil interests overseas. But yeah, that's a whole other rant.
Mm-hmm.
So they more.
Sorry. There are rumors of him being involved in things that we've been speaking about. Maybe I'm going to cover Kayleen again. we should go over, Anastasia, what do you think? Going over one of them podcasts again for her? Maybe I'll reach out to her dad and see if he'll come on my panel. I don't know that this would have anything to do with that, but it's the same area. And he was into things like that we're hearing. So maybe I will cover that again.
Worried? I'm just asking. I'm not implying. I'm just saying. Are they more worried about what people on social media think? Because you guys said that they were trying to defend themselves as far as.
Write me and tell me about it. I know people who know him. I know people who lived by him. So I could reach out to people, but write me and tell me the information you have. I'd appreciate it. Okay.
People attacking them, saying that they had a part in.
I have to say, yeah.
Okay, but so why would any of that matter to them? The most important thing should be them finding Summer, right? So why are they more worried about defending their innocence or whatever compared to doing whatever they need to do to find Summer?
Why is it so weird that if someone's attacking you, you defend yourself?
Well, because I wouldn't, if personally, if my child was missing, I wouldn't give two shits what anybody on social media thought. I would be doing the best I could and do whatever I could to find my daughter.
But what if people on social media were offering to help?
Well, I'm sure there are. I'm sure they are. But what
Okay, so that's
what
why.
you guys just said is that they're going on social media channels defending their innocence when they should be it shouldn't matter. They should just be figuring out where Summer is.
No, they're not going on other channels trying to defend themselves. They're making their own Facebook posts and saying that shit. They're going on people's YouTube channels because they say that they want to help. So that's why they're doing social media, and then they get shit on. People like direct messaging them and calling them and shit. So yeah, they defend themselves. I don't see how that's weird.
But there's no okay. But where is the if there's no? I mean, I just don't understand. If there's no sadness, if there's no, I understand that you said they look like tired. I guess I'd have to watch the interviews to fully see what you're talking about. But where's the emotion for their daughter being missing?
I see emotion when I look at their interview. I mean, like they aren't bawling their heads off, but how often do you see that?
You see emotion response?
Not a lot.
No.
That's why I question a lot of these cases, to be honest with you. So,
like we were just watching a documentary in the Cecil Hotel. The parents of that girl that was missing, they weren't crying. They looked sad, but that's yeah. I gotta stop. I don't like this whole like judging them on what they're doing and what they haven't done.
It's not judging. I'm just saying. I know that people deal with death and tragedy and tragic whatever stressful situations differently, but it's all the things surrounding it too. It's that stuff that doesn't add up, and it doesn't. What they're saying is not matching their emotions. Do you know what I mean? So like they might be saying that they're sad, but I'm not seeing it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, or judging anybody. I'm just saying, where's the emotion? They say that they're worried about their daughter and they're doing everything they can to find her, but again, I'd have to watch the interview. But a lot of these cases and a lot of these people that go on these mainstream media and give these statements, what they're saying is not matching their behavior.
Yeah. Well, it is interesting. I listened to 4 different. Excuse me. Okay, thank you. 4 different retired New York detectives, and even they all can't agree. And the one thinks for sure the parents know what's up, and some are like, well, no, I think for sure she was abducted. And I don't know, I've even pondered like maybe they have her hiding, trying to like use it for some kind of like popularity because she loved doing TikTok. The mom did. She was always on TikTok. So I was like, well, that'd be like the best case
So they
scenario.
so they do know how to their way around social media and their
Oh,
Facebook
yeah.
accounts. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was definitely on TikTok all the time.
And so another
Summer.
person, of course, that was on social
Right.
media. Well, I mean, I
Like
guess
Sam.
nowadays that's normal, but
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, well, I just wanted to come up and say hi and thanks for filling me in on everything on the case. I'll definitely look into it more and see what's going on.
Yeah, you should, because I think, yeah, a lot of people are talking about it now, but I think it's interesting. So I don't know what to believe anymore, but it's frustrating.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
is.
Who knows? Things can be deceiving for sure. But again, I would.
That's pretty much the end of it. They're probably going to say their goodbyes there and get off. So I'm done with it too. It's only 11:04. I want to go have dinner. My husband ate. I'm going to go have dinner, but I'm going to be back probably about 12:31 because I'm up. I slept. I fell asleep again. I don't know why I was so lazy today. Definitely was. It was my husband's off day. I think we just took the day to relax. And now we're going to go eat. Well, I'm going to eat. He got me Subway. And then I'll be back. I think we're going to go over another share. Maybe. I'm going to go peruse the streets a little bit. See what happened today. Because I don't know. And then I'm going to come back. Share, I've given you ample opportunity to grab a link here. Keep posting your motherfucking videos about me. They're true. They're not going to embarrass me. I've been talking about it every day. I don't know what you think you are accomplishing. I promise you it's not going to be much because I stand by what I say. Okay? Always have, and that's not going to change. However, now that we've heard you lived right by where Rose was, I'd like a timeline of that, please. All right, guys. I'll see you guys between 12 and 1:30. Talk to you soon. Peace and love. Bye.